What's going on, guys? 602 Booster back at it again. I wanted to chat with you guys for a quick second and let you know when it comes to finding a bike that you love, that you just have to have, a bike that you need, that you can't live without, I got a little rule for you. Fall in love carefully. Again, fall in love carefully. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. Sometime when I started looking into riding bikes up until now, you kind of define your idea of what looks good to you. You know what I mean? I guess kind of like the thing between adolescence, like when you're a kid, into when you become a grown man, you define what's beautiful, what looks good, you know, what you like, what's your type. And eventually, what's the perfect bike for you? Now, for me, when I first started looking at bikes, I was looking at cafe racers. I was looking at the Japanese UGM, bikes and the cafe racers. I was into that. I love the hipster, jeans and leather boots and jackets. I love that cafe racer look. And I love the way that the GS750 looked, the Suzuki GS750. I saw the cafe racers and what guys have done to them. It just was fast, dangerous, exotic. And, these guys are spending quite a bit of money to get these bikes to look like this. But I was lusting after it. I wanted it. And even though I've only saw it in the photos, I knew I wanted it. I fell in love. Now, fast forward to now, I had a chance to purchase one. A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful 79 GS750 that was already cafe'd out at a cheap price. Cheap price. So I went, I saw it, I picked it up. I needed to have some work done to it, but I loved it. I got the work done to it months later. Everything was said and done. I was finally ready to take it on a real ride, and I could not wait. After all the work's been done, no oil leaks, suspension's been done, new carbs tuned, dyno tuned, all that fun stuff. And I was so excited, and I was ready. I was ready to hit it. But to be honest, it was a total disaster. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'll just break it down and keep it simple. The brakes were weird. The handling felt like truck-like, like almost evil. It felt like I was just driving a truck. The torque reaction, every time, the torque would kick in on the bike, even though it was chain-driven, it was just lacking. It just wasn't what I thought it was. And the throttle was really stiff. And whenever I would hit the throttle, the bike just slowly revved up like some old tractor. Real talk, I was done. I'm like, I spent all this money on this thing. I spent all this time on it. And it sucks. I hated it. But to tell you the truth, that just lets you know how far technology has changed. I honestly felt like I was betrayed. I bought this bike, lusting after it, spent so much money. I felt like some jilted lover, to be honest. The object of, my youthful desire and what I wanted, it just let me down. So what did I learn from that? And what can you guys take away from this decision? Lusting after something, lust alone makes a poor basis for a long-term relationship. You got to have that relationship be on trust. It's got to be, it starts off with trust. If you don't trust the bike to be reliable, then you won't get out and ride it. You won't feel comfortable riding in long distances. You maybe ride it up the street a little bit here and there, but if you don't trust that the bike is reliable, you're not going to ride it. If you don't trust the suspension, if you don't trust the brakes or the throttle or anything like that, you probably don't want to ride the bike. So the point that I'm making is that before you go and lust after something you see in a picture, you may want to try that bike out and see for yourself if it's really for you. I can go back and I can look at this bike and I can say it's absolutely gorgeous. So pretty, drop dead gorgeous to me. I just don't want to ride one anymore. That's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think. drop a comment. Let me know what bike that you lusted after, but once you finally got on it and rode it, you realized that the bike just was not for you. I'm sure it's happened to you just like it's happened to me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What bike was it that you were lusting after that you finally got, but you didn't like it? You ended up selling it or whatever. 602 out.